Welcome back to Painting and Decorating. Quick video here for you. It's Sunday and it's my day off, but I thought I'd come and have a look at this job and see how things are drying out. I've managed to put a lot of the plasterboard on and I've managed to do a lot of the filling. So what I'm going to show you is the steps that I've been going through with putting the plasterboard on and where the job's up to. Hopefully in the future I'll do a few videos on the processes, but at the minute I've just no time to do anything because I've got that much work on at present. So let's have a quick look round. We'll start in the porch where there's not much happening here because it's a insulated plasterboard that's going on in this room, and I've not ordered it yet because we're still in the process of putting this moisture resistant plasterboard on the rest of the walls of the bottom half. So that wall is getting an insulated plasterboard on, but we've filled in the bottom with the moisture resistant plasterboard where we chipped off the plaster. So that's going to get another layer at some point. So we'll go and look in the other room where yesterday I was putting on some plasterboard and then I started doing the foaming around it. So let's go and have a look at that. So it's over there, this corner, near the radiator. Difficult part this was, with the pipes coming out. I mean, they've been plastered over before. You can see how the plaster comes out, and all that was foamed in and plastered over. I've hacked it all off, and this time plasterboard with the foam at the back. Now what I'll do, the moisture resistant plasterboard, cut it to size, stick it to the wall using the plasterboard adhesive. Then I've coated the boards up with Zinsser 123 to protect them. Then I foam all the gaps round, and then once you've cut that back, it's ready for your first fill, which that was a joint, and that's undercoat plaster. And then the next joint along is topped over with torpe filler. In some places I've actually used the plaster finish, thistle plaster, as you can see around here. Plastered that the other day. I've plastered all this to bring it in line. That wall's bowed, but you can't actually see that on the camera. So that's drying out nicely now. Needs a second fill once it's dry. And then after the second fill, which is quite an easy thing to do, ends up looking like that. Really light sand and they're ready to paint, which we're already starting to paint in this room. This is under the staircase. Again, there was Artex on that wall, and I decided just to board straight over the whole wall, which just makes the room look better because it was the only place that had Artex on. We would have had to have matched in the bottom Artex where we chipped off all the plaster, and it just wouldn't have looked good. So it was easy just to board it all down. So remember that corner. So Again, right to the brick, boarded, filled, painted. And to that wall. That was the only wall where we didn't actually chip off the plaster because it's hollow block and it would have just collapsed. So there was only a few bits of filling on there which have been done. That's ready to paint now. I'm going to look at that window wall now. Again, I did some plastering down this side. All that was where the wire was hanging out. It's all been fixed. The sockets are in. Well, the first fix is in, ready for the plasterboard to go on. The sills back in. So it's looking really good at the minute. It's coming up to the stage of, again, putting this insulated plasterboard on. And then once the decorating's done, it's a matter of putting the floor down, fitting the skirting boards, and the job's finished finally. Wowza, it's only been going since January, but it's nearly finished now. And the thing is, you've got to take into account all the drying time. And the fact if you want a decent job, you've got to take your time and you've got to get things right. There was that many leaks on this job, it was unbelievable. The amount of work entailed digging out around the floor, fixing all the leaks, tanking the walls, a lot. Some of the gear I've been using, filling blades. These are good, plastic halves. Lightweight. Like I said, that's the filler I was using for the second fill on some of it. And then you've got the undercoat plaster, and then the thistle multi-finish. Good stuff. This is good stuff actually. That's what we used for the tanking. Really good. That's another one, that's a good one as well. Also, you like this one. Don't forget behind the doors. You know, I was working all the other week, doing everything. Alright, I cracked this room. And then I went like that with the door and went, oh! I've not. I have to stick plasterboard on there and start again. So, probably a good idea to take the doors off a job, and then at least you don't forget behind the door. But yeah, it's certainly looking a lot different. We've actually stripped the sills back. The wood's really nice actually. Got a nice grain on there. I remember in here, so look at how this is looking now. Again, sill strips, lovely wood. Still needs another coat of varnish. Skirting's in down there. All that wall's finished. A little bit more filling. Just adjusting levels a little bit. That skirting's on. Finally, yeah. And carpet's nearly ready to go down, so all that carpet's getting replaced. Yep, dehumidifier, heaters. Keep an eye on your temperature. There you go. That's a bag of sandpaper, that. It's all my old little bits, keep everything. Yeah. some of the paint I've been using. That's the 123 for coating up the plasterboard. Good home, tough, durable for the ceilings, pure brilliant white. Also been using a little bit of bin, and the colour for the walls is timeless, easy care. So yeah, hope you enjoyed that little update of this job. A few other little bits I've been using. Some pseudo expanding foam, some pseudo fix-all adhesive and sealant. That's the plasterboard adhesive, pseudo. You got your gloves obviously, bits of tools. Wood bleach, that was for the sills, getting the darkness out of the sills. Now then, good stuff this. Plastic trim, corner trim, better off than using the metal ones. Last for ages, good stuff. Right then, I'll see you in the next video.